I'm about to build a complete product interface that looks like it took weeks to design. The catch? I'm doing it in under 10 minutes using UX Pilot AI. No designer, no weeks of wireframing, just AI and a simple prompt. This is honestly a game changer for anyone building products. Let's dive in. All right, here we are on the UX Pilot dashboard, and the first thing we are going to do is create a new design file. So here I'm just going to hit this button, this blue button, and we are going to name our project. Since we are going to create a task management app together in this video, I'm just going to name it Task Management App. And right underneath, we can give it some context, but for now, I'm just going to leave it as is and just hit create. Awesome. Our project has been created. And now on the left side, we have a few options to go through. Here, as you can see, we have the use case and we have two options to choose from: wireframes or hi-fi designs. Depending on your needs, you can choose between these two options. If you want to create high fidelity wireframes first, you can go with this option and then convert your wireframes into high fidelity designs. Alternatively, you can go with hi-fi designs directly from the beginning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it as is. First, I'm going to create wireframes because I'm going to show you all the capabilities of UX Pilot. Right underneath, we have this drop-down menu, which allows us to choose between different models. Currently, we have these standard models. I'm going to choose this one, but later on, I'm going to show you how you can create your own model and how you can use your own design system to generate high fidelity designs. So essentially what it does is if you already have a design system built in Figma, UX Pilot can actually work with that. All you do is open the UX Pilot Figma plugin and import your existing components. Things like your buttons, cards, text fields, etc. Once it's in, UX Pilot will use your components as a building blocks when it generates designs. So instead of random buttons or layouts, it sticks to the design language you've already set up. And don't worry, later in the video, I'll walk you through this whole process step by step so you can see exactly how it works. And then we have screen type. I'm going to choose mobile app because we are going to design a mobile app now. And then we have context. Here's where we need to define our project, basically what we want UX Pilot to create for us. We can write our prompt here and UX Pilot will handle the rest. And we have a few other options that we'll go through later on. Here we can write a simple prompt, and UX Pilot most of the time does a great job when you just give it a short description or let's say a definition of your project. However, the more detailed your initial prompt is, the better the final results will be. So I already prepared a well-written prompt for this project, and I'm going to go through it so you can see how you can structure your prompt. Here I say design a mobile app inspired by Notion, designed for note-taking, task management, and simple collaboration. Then I specified the design style like minimalist and monochromatic, black, white, grayscale only. Then I also want it to be clean, so it should have clean UI with lots of white space and subtle dividers. It should have rounded soft corners for all cards, buttons, and input fields, large corner radius as well. It should have a flat design style and it should have no heavy shadows. Then as for the core features, for each page, I specified a few things. For example, for the home and dashboard page, I said a clean home screen with a list grid of notes or pages, in addition to a floating plus button to create a new page. Then for the editor page, I wrote rich text editor with support for headings, bullet points, checkboxes, and codes, drag and drop blocks, minimal toolbar. Then we have the tasks page, search and navigation, user accounts, and settings. And finally, I've added a few UX notes. Keep typography clean and modern. Focus on simplicity. Everything should feel lightweight and distraction-free. And also add smooth transitions when opening and closing pages. So basically, we are telling UX Pilot how our app should look and how it should function in terms of interactivity, animations, and the overall aesthetic. Okay? So what I'm going to do is just select this prompt, copy it, head over to UX Pilot, and paste it right here. The other thing I'm going to mention here is that if you don't have a well-written prompt, you can simply write a simple prompt here and then use this option, prompt tools. And here you can choose enhance prompt. You can also use prompt examples, but if you use enhance prompt, UX Pilot will enhance it dramatically and you will get a much better result. Believe me, I tried it and it works very well. You can also upload reference images and UX Pilot will use the styling from that reference image that you uploaded in order to generate your designs, okay? Then we have these two options, Deep Design and Max. We are going to get back to these a bit later. And also we have Create Flow. Currently, if I just hit generate, it will start generating one single page for us. But almost all the time for mobile apps, we need to have multiple pages, right? So what we can do is create different screens here. For example, I can hit add screen and just define the screen I'm looking for. We can have a sign up page, login page, dashboard, settings, etc. Alternatively, to speed up the process, you can use this auto flow option, okay? If I hit this auto flow option, look what happens. UX Pilot will start creating the flow for us, all the pages we may need. There it is. Here we have a clean home screen, then we have the editor, a section within the node editor. We also have global search bar, simple login, sign up. You can also reorder them depending on your needs, just like this. And also we have the settings. All right, so far so good. Now we are good to go. Let's hit generate and see what happens. As soon as I hit generate, you can see that UX Pilot starts generating 6 different pages for us. It may take a few minutes to complete, so I'm just going to fast forward this process. There it is. Here are our wireframes. Let's check them out. Here is our login sign up page. As you can see, it looks very good. It's very well designed. And it also took all our notes here into consideration when creating these wireframes. In terms of styling, as you can see here, we have rounded corners, soft corners. Here also we have soft buttons. We have a clean search bar. The UI is clean. Look at this. It's beautiful, isn't it? It did an amazing job in terms of visual hierarchy, color contrast, etc. You see that we have the task editor, we have notes, and we have account settings. Look at this picture. All right, our wireframes are ready, but now let's say we want to turn one of these screens into hi-fi design, high fidelity design. How can we do that? Well, to do that, we can simply select that. Let's say we want to turn this home dashboard into hi-fi design. So I'm just going to click on it and a few options appear right here at the top, okay? What we can do is hit generate hi-fi, and here on the right side, we can write another prompt. By default, it says transform the provided wireframe code into a sophisticated and visually captivating high-fidelity design while strictly preserving the wireframe's structure, layout, and all existing elements. That sounds great. I'm going to hit generate. So now UX Pilot is essentially converting our hi-fi wireframe into hi-fi design. There it is. Look at this. We have all these cards. The colors look beautiful. And guess what? This page is not static. We can actually interact with these elements. Let me show you how. If I select it, we can either click on preview and it will open another tab. As you can see, it's animated and all these elements are animated as well. Look at this. It's so clean, isn't it? You see that we have the hover state, we can scroll up or down, and all these elements are interactive. Here, as you can see, we have this option as well, interact. If I click on it, you can interact with all these elements right here on the canvas, which is a very cool feature, and I really like this. You don't need to always go to the preview page to interact with your elements. Fantastic. Now let me get rid of this page. I'm just going to remove that, and then I'm going to create 6 hi-fi designs. So I'm just going to choose this one. I'm going to keep the context field intact, and this time I'm going to enable these two options, Deep Design and Max. As soon as you do that, you'll see that it's going to consume more credits. However, when you enable these two options, your final designs will be more detailed. The pages will be much longer with more sections. So let's hit generate and see what it's going to create. All right, it's done. Let's take a look. Here we have the login sign up page. It looks almost the same, so nothing else has been added to this page, just the layout has been changed. Here we have the dashboard page. I can just make it a bit longer, and as you can see here, we have more details. Let me just increase its height. Here underneath this tab bar, we have today's tasks with all these cards and these badges, which look amazing. Let me just make it larger. Let me preview it. So here is the dashboard. I'm going to scroll down. We have the today's tasks. We have workspaces, templates, we have recent activity and storage. Here we have an issue with this floating button. It shouldn't be placed right here, but it usually happens with AI generated designs, but we can easily fix that. So let's move on to other pages. Here we have the editor. I'm going to select it and just make it a bit longer. Let's preview it. Here we have all the editing options we needed. We have headings, we have bold, italic, etc. Here we can change the title to something else. Let me change it to new project. Here we have a few checkboxes and these are animated. I'm not sure if you can notice that or not. Here we have the hover state, and as you can see, we can interact with these fields, which looks very good. Here we have the code block as well, which is very advanced. Then we have this section, we have this table, we have these add block. We have basically different features like checklist. We can add bullet list, numbered list, code, etc., which looks amazing as you can see. I'm just gonna scroll down. All right, let's move on to the next page. We have the tasks page here. I'm just gonna preview it. Okay, here we have the task page. We can simply interact with all these tasks. Let's scroll down. Did you notice that as soon as I checked this checkbox, the number here updated? So as you can see, the deep design and max options are amazing when it comes to creating complex layouts with multiple sections. Here we have the search and navigation page as well. We can make it a bit longer. We have some stats, we have recent activity, etc. And finally, we have the user settings. Let me just make it a bit longer. We have all these settings that we can interact with. All right, great. So now that our pages are ready, let's say we want to edit something here, okay? Let's say you want to edit some text. To do that, you don't need to regenerate the design from scratch. Instead of doing that, you can just select that page, head over to this section, and here you have three options: global edit, section edit, and text edit. If you want to edit a few text layers, you can use this option and directly edit it. Let's say we want to say good morning, Arash. Just like that. And hit save changes, and this page will be updated. However, if you want to update a specific section, you can use the section edit option. Let's say we want to remove a section, okay? For example, recent notes. To do that, I'm going to hit section edit, and we can just hover over different sections. I'm going to hover over recent notes, select it, and here I'm going to type remove this section. I don't need to use the max model here, and I'm going to hit generate. Look what happens. As soon as I hit generate, it will create a stack of pages. Instead of placing this new page right next to the previous page, it creates a stack of pages so that you can easily move between different versions. Here we have version 1, here we have version 2, and now, as you can see, that particular section, recent notes, has been removed. But you can also edit the page globally. So here we have global edit, and if you use that, you can just regenerate the page from scratch. Let's say you want to change the style of this page. For example, you can change the color scheme, typography, spacing, etc. In that case, it's recommended to use this option, global edit, because you are going to make changes to all different sections and components. Okay? In fact, let's do that. Let's say you want to try different UI styles for this app to see which one works best. In this case, you don't need to create all these pages from scratch. You can just try that style for one page, and if it looks good, then you can go ahead and generate all other pages. So what I'm going to do here is upload a reference image with a different style, and then I'm going to type use the styles from the reference image. Okay, I'm going to hit generate, and let's see what it's going to come up with. There it is. Here is our dashboard with a different style. And UX Pilot did a great job grabbing the styles from the reference image I uploaded and creating a new design based on those styles. All right, nice. Now that our design is ready, you might ask, how can we edit this project inside Figma? Well, I have good news for you, because UX Pilot has its own dedicated Figma plugin that you can use to import your projects directly into Figma. Let me show you how it works. To do that, the first thing you need to do is select the page you want to import to Figma. So I'm just going to select, for example, this page, and then hit save for Figma. All right, the first step is done. Now I'm going to head over to my Figma file, and from here, I'm going to look for the UX Pilot plugin. It's called UX Pilot AI UI Generator and AI Wireframe Generator. So I'm just going to run it. You need to log into your account, and then you can just head over to the Retrieve in Figma tab, and right here, you'll find all your saved pages. Here is the last page I saved, but before I import it to Figma, what I'm going to do is click on Render Settings, And I'm going to make sure that this option is turned on, use auto layout, and also render at viewport center. These are optional, but using auto layout, as you may know, make the structure of your pages much cleaner. It's in beta currently, so it might not be perfect yet. However, it usually does a good job. So I'm going to make sure that these two options are checked, and then I'm going to click on this icon. And as you can see, now it's generating the page for us. There we go. Here is our design. And as you can see, we have access to all the layers. We can edit it however we like. Of course, it's not perfect. As you can see, not all the frames are using auto layout. However, it's a great starting point and it's going to save you so much time. So far, so good. Now I'm going to show you how you can create different designs using your own design system. Let's say you already have a design system in place and you want to generate AI designs using your design system. That's a fantastic feature of UX Pilot because it allows you to import your own design system and it will use your own design system to generate the designs. Let me show you how it works. First, you need to head over to your design system in Figma. Here, I already prepared a few components. Make sure that your components are ready. And what you need to do is open up this UX Pilot plugin. And here you need to hit import components. And if you don't have any collection, you need to hit add new collection and just name your new collection. I'm going to call it new design system. And I'm going to hit create. And inside there is no components yet. We can import our own components. So here, as you can see, we have different components. We have buttons, we have a few cards, we have these input fields, we have these tags, also the drop-down menus, okay? So what we need to do is select one of these components, for example, this one, and import it. You can import up to 100 components. Make sure to do it one by one because it's going to be much smoother. I'm going to select this card, import it like that, this one, import it, etc. I already created my own design system here. As you can see, I called it new, and inside I have all these components. What we can do now is head back to UX Pilot and just select one of these pages. For example, let's say dashboard, okay? Then I'm gonna hit global edit, and this time here, as you can see, we have our design systems. We have Neo and new design system. This is the one that we just created, and this one is the one that I already created. So here, I'm going to choose new, and I'm going to type regenerate this page using the new design system. Keep the structure intact, and I'm going to hit generate. Let's see what it's going to come up with. There it is. As you can see, it did an amazing job. It's incredible, isn't it? It used our own design system to create this page. So as you can see, the possibilities are endless when you're using UX Pilot. You can use your own design system to create different designs. You can create wireframes. You can create high fidelity designs. You can create multiple pages all at once using the flow option. And most importantly, you can import your project into Figma and just start editing it right there. If you're building a product and want to move this fast, try UX Pilot AI for free today. I've put the link in the description below to get you started.